Hello everyone. Today we have to learn the various basic concept of our topic bookkeeping and the accountancy. Okay, in the last topic we learned what is the actual bookkeeping, what is the accountancy. Okay, but now in today's lectures we have to learn the very basic concept of the accountancy which we have to use in our subject. Okay, so today we start with the very first concept, and that's the transaction. That's the transaction. Okay, so what is the transaction? Transaction means exchange of goods and services between the two parties or between the two persons for the money is known as the transaction. Okay, what's the transaction? Exchange of goods and services between two parties or between the two persons for the money. Means what happens in the transaction? हम क्या करते हैं, दो पार्टीज के बीच में कमोडिटीज और जो पैसे होते हैं, जो मनी होता है, वो ट्रांसफर होता है. ओके, उसे हम लोग क्या कहते हैं? ट्रांजैक्शंस. So basically transactions are two types. First one is the monetary transaction and another transaction is the non-monetary transaction. So first understand what is the monetary transactions. So what is the monetary transactions? Monetary transactions are such kind of the transactions in which money involved directly or indirectly. All such kind of the transactions are known as the monetary transactions. What is the monetary transactions? Monetary transactions are those transactions in which money involved directly or indirectly. जो ट्रांजेक्शंस होते हैं जिसमें पैसा डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली इन्वॉल्व होता है, उस ट्रांजेक्शंस को हम लोग क्या कहते हैं? मॉनेटरी ट्रांजेक्शंस. एंड सेकंड टाइप ऑफ द ट्रांजेक्शन इज योर नॉन मॉनेटरी ट्रांजेक्शंस. नॉन मॉनेटरी ट्रांजेक्शंस. ओके, सो simple. Non-monetary transactions are totally opposite to your monetary transactions. So non-monetary transactions are those transactions in which money does not involve directly or indirectly. जिस transactions में money involve ही नहीं होते हैं, उस transactions को हम लोग क्या कहते हैं? Non-monetary transactions. समझ रहे हैं मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? So what is the first understand? What is the transaction? Transaction means what? Exchange of goods and services between two parties or two persons for the money. ओके, पैसे के लिए जो पार्टीज में, दो पार्टीज में पैसे के साथ कोई भी कमोडिटी एक्सचेंज होती है, इस तरह के, इससे हम लोग क्या कहते हैं? ट्रांजैक्शंस. देन ट्रांजैक्शंस आर टू टाइप्स. व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट वन? मॉनेटरी. एंड व्हाट इज द सेकंड वन? नॉन मॉनेटरी ट्रांजैक्शंस. सो व्हाट हैपेंस विद द मॉनेटरी ट्रांजैक्शंस? मॉनेटरी ट्रांजैक्शंस आर दोज ट्रांजैक्शन इन व्हिच मनी इन्वॉल्व डायरेक्टली and indirectly, and non-monetary transactions are such kind of the transaction in which money does not involve directly or indirectly. So now understand types of your monetary transactions. Type of your monetary transactions. So basically monetary transactions are divided into two parts. What is the first one? First is your cash transaction and second is your credit transaction. Okay, so first understand what is the monetary transactions. Monetary transactions are those transactions in which money involved directly or indirectly. Means monetary transaction में पैसा directly or indirectly involved होते हैं. Okay, then monetary transactions are divided into two parts. What is the first one? Cash transaction. And what is the second one? Your credit transaction. Okay, so now understand what is the basic difference between your cash transaction and the credit transaction. Okay, so now what happens to the cash transactions? Cash transactions are those transactions in which we received cash or paid cash immediately. समझ रहे हैं? What is the cash transactions? Cash transactions are such kind of the transaction in which we received or paid cash immediately. मतलब ट्रांजैक्शन होता है और उसमें हम लोग कैश इमीडिएटली रिसीव करते हैं या इमीडिएटली पेड करते हैं. ओके, एंड क्रेडिट ट्रांजैक्शंस आर दोस काइंड ऑफ द ट्रांजैक्शन इन व्हिच वी डज नॉट रिसीव कैश इमीडिएटली और वी डज नॉट पेड द कैश इमीडिएटली. समझ रहे हैं? व्हाट इज द बेसिक डिफरेंस? इन द कैश ट्रांजैक्शन वी रिसीव्ड और पेड कैश इमीडिएटली, एंड व्हाट हैपेंस इन द क्रेडिट ट्रांजैक्शन? We does not received or paid cash immediately. So we continue with one example, then you can easily understand what is the basic difference between the cash transactions and the credit transactions. Suppose if I purchased machinery of rupees 20,000 and I paid cash immediately. So such kind of the transactions comes under the category of your cash transaction. मतलब क्या हुआ, मैंने मशीनरी परचेस की और उसके बाद क्या, मैंने कैश इमीडिएटली पे किया. Means what happens, cash immediately goes out from the business. Okay, so what is the cash transaction in which we receive the cash or paid the cash immediately. So इस ट्रांजेक्शन में क्या हुआ, हमने कैश इमीडिएटली पेड की. Okay, मतलब I purchased the machinery and I paid cash immediately. So such kind of the transactions comes under the category of cash transaction. Okay, और second transaction में क्या हुआ, I purchased the machinery on credit. Okay, I purchased the machinery on credit. What is the meaning of credit? I receive the machinery right now, but I am not the paid cash immediately. समझ रहे हैं, मशीनरी तो परचेस की है, मशीनरी तो मेरे पास आएगी, लेकिन कैश जो है वो मैंने इमीडिएटली पे नहीं की है. I am going to pay that amount in the future date. Okay, means in this transaction cash is not paid immediately. Okay, so that's why it is known as the credit transaction. समझ रहे हैं, what is the basic difference between the cash transaction and credit transactions? Once again I said, what is a cash transaction? Cash transactions are those transactions in which we received or paid the cash immediately. And what is the credit transactions? Credit transactions are those transactions in which we does not received or paid the cash immediately. Okay, so second type of your transactions, and that's your non-monetary transactions. Non-monetary transaction. Okay, so what is the non-monetary transactions? What happens into the non-monetary transactions? Non-monetary transactions are such kind of the transaction in which money does not involve directly or indirectly. जिस ट्रांजेक्शंस में मनी ही इन्वॉल्व नहीं होते हैं, उस ट्रांजेक्शंस को हम लोग क्या कहेंगे, नॉन मॉनेटरी ट्रांजेक्शंस. एंड द बार्टर सिस्टम अ वेरी गुड एग्जांपल ऑफ योर नॉन मॉनेटरी ट्रांजेक्शंस. What happens into the non-monetary transaction? Non-monetary transactions are those transactions in which money does not involve directly or indirectly. Suppose मैंने क्या किया, मेरे पास जो एक सेल फोन है, वो सेल फोन मैंने मेरे फ्रेंड के साथ एक्सचेंज किया. समझ रहा है, मतलब मेरा जो खुद का सेल फोन था वो मैंने मेरे फ्रेंड को दिया और उस बिहाफ मैंने फ्रेंड का फोन लिया. ओके, सो इस ट्रांजैक्शन में मैं एक सेल फोन दूसरे सेल फोन के साथ एक्सचेंज कर रहा हूं, लेकिन उसमें मनी इन्वॉल्व नहीं है. मतलब ऐसे नहीं हो रहा है कि मैंने उसे मेरा सेल फोन दिया और उसके बदले में वो मुझे 10,000 रुपए पेड कर रहा है, ये नहीं हो रहा है. समझ रहे हैं, जस्ट आई एक्सचेंज माय सेल फोन विद माय फ्रेंड सेल फोन. मींस क्या हो रहा है, जस्ट कमोडिटी इज एक्सचेंज बिटवीन द टू पार्टीज, बट कैश डज नॉट इन्वॉल्व और मनी डज नॉट इन्वॉल्व डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली. दैट्स व्हाई non-monetary transactions are those transactions in which money does not involve directly or indirectly. Okay, so now we continue with the next concept, and that's the entry. The next and very important concept in our accountancy, and that's the entry. So first understand what's the entry. Okay, when we record a business transaction in a systematically manner, when we record all the business transaction using proper rules and regulations or proper principles of the accountancy, so recording of such transactions in the systematically manner is known as the entry. ओके, जब हम अकाउंटेंसी में ट्रांजैक्शंस लिखते हैं तो हम लोग अकाउंटेंसी की जो प्रिंसिपल्स है, अकाउंटेंसी के कुछ रूल्स है, अकाउंटेंसी की जो लैंग्वेज है, वो लैंग्वेज का यूज करके हम लोग क्या करते हैं, वो ट्रांजैक्शंस लिखते हैं. और जिस ट्रांजैक्शन जिस फॉर्मेट में लिखते हैं उसे हम लोग क्या कहते हैं, एंट्री. ओके, फिर से समझ लीजिए क्या होती है एंट्री. व्हाट इज द एंट्री? रिकॉर्डिंग ऑफ ऑल द बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्शंस इन द सिस्टमैटिकली मैनर यूजिंग various principles, rules and regulation of the accountancy in your books of account, that is known as the entry. समझ रहे हैं, मींस हम लोग अकाउंटेंसी में जब ट्रांजैक्शंस रिकॉर्ड करते हैं, we have to apply the various principles, we have to apply rules and regulations of the accountancy, and we have to write down that entry in the accounting language, and such kind of the recording of the entry in the systematically manner is known as the entry. Okay, recording all the business transaction in the systematically manner, it's known as the entry. Okay, suppose now what happens if I purchase the machinery of rupees 50,000. What is the transaction? I purchase the machinery of rupees 50,000. मतलब अगर मैं अकाउंटेंसी के लैंग्वेज में लिखूंगा तो उसे प्रॉपर्ली मुझे सिस्टमैटिकली फॉर्मेट में लिखना पड़ेगा. ओके, अगर मैं अकाउंटेंसी का रूल्स फॉलो नहीं करता हूं तो मैं क्या करूंगा, एक सीधा नोटबुक में लिखूंगा, क्या लिखूंगा, क्या आई परचेज द मशीनरी ऑफ ₹50,000। मतलब क्या हुआ, 50,000 की मशीनरी मेरे बिजनेस में आई और मेरे बिजनेस में से 50,000 रुपीस चले गए। ओके, लेकिन जब हम ये ट्रांजैक्शंस अकाउंटेंसी में लिखेंगे, रिकॉर्ड करेंगे सिस्टमैटिकली फॉर्मेट में, उससे हम लोग क्या करेंगे, हमने क्या की, एंट्री पास की। उससे क्या कहेंगे, हमने क्या पास की, एंट्री पास की। अब जब हम लोग कंटिन्यू करेंगे नेक्स्ट लेक्चर, जो आने वाले टॉपिक्स रहेंगे, उसमें आपको समझ में आएगा कि वेरियस अकाउंटेंसी के रूल्स क्या होते हैं। ओके, सो मैं एग्जांपल में बता दूंगा कि एंट्री जो है अकाउंटेंसी में कैसे पास होती है। आने वाले चैप्टर्स में आपको समझ में आएगा कि एंट्री कैसे पास करते हैं। ओके, सो हम लोग कंटिन्यू करते हैं। सो वी कंटिन्यू विद दिस सेम एग्जांपल। व्हाट इज द एग्जांपल? I purchased machinery of ₹50,000. Means what? Machinery of ₹50,000 comes into the business and cash of ₹50,000 goes out from the business. This is a cash transaction. Okay, so how I can write this entry using the accounting principles? So what is the entry? I can write down the entry as machinery account debit ₹50,000. Machinery account debit ₹50,000 to cash account ₹50,000. Okay, machinery account debit ₹50,000 to cash account ₹50,000. Okay, means what? I had purchased the machinery of ₹50,000, but I recorded this transaction using accounting principle in a specific format, and this is known as the entry. जो मैंने मशीनरी अकाउंट डेबिट 50,000 टू कैश अकाउंट क्रेडिटेड विद ₹50,000 जो लिखा है, इसे हम लोग क्या कहेंगे, एंट्री। ओके, सो once again understand what is the entry. Recording all the business transactions in the systematically format, it's known as the entry. Okay, so now we continue with the next concept, and that's narration. The next concept, and that's the narration. Okay, narration. So now understand what is the narration. What narration is the brief explanation of your entry. What is the narration? Narration is the brief explanation of the entry, and we always recorded the narration in the bracket after that entry, and your narration is always start with the word being, or it is also start with the word for. Okay, narration is always recorded in the bracket after the entry, and your narration is always start with the word being or the word for. Okay, so understand what is the narration. Narration is just you have made the narration is the brief explanation of your entry. आपने वो एंट्री जो पास किए उसका एक्सप्लेनेशन, क्यों एंट्री पास किए, उसके रीजंस जो होते हैं, वो रीजंस हम लोग क्या करते हैं, ब्रैकेट में लिखते हैं। सो एक एग्जांपल के साथ हम लोग कंटिन्यू करेंगे, देन यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द एंट्री एंड व्हाट इज द नरेशन। Okay, so now we continue with one example, then you can understand what is the entry and what is the narration. So example, okay, purchased furniture of ₹10,000. Okay, what is the transaction? Purchase furniture of ₹10,000. Means what happens? I purchase the furniture. Means what happens? Actually furniture of ₹10,000 comes into my business and cash of ₹10,000 goes out from the business. Okay, आप ज्यादा मत थिंक करो, जो नेक्स्ट टॉपिक्स होंगे उसमें आपको समझ में आएगा कि कैसे हम लोग रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन अप्लाई करेंगे. दिस इज जस्ट फॉर अ एग्जांपल. सो जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द बेसिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन द एंट्री एंड व्हाट इज द नरेशन. Okay, so purchased furniture for ₹10,000. Okay, so how I can record these transactions in the systematically manner in my books of accounts. So how I am going to write this transaction? So I am going to write that transaction furniture account debit ₹10,000. Furniture account debit ₹10,000 to cash account ₹10,000. Okay, just I pass or just I record this transaction in the systematically format, and when I record such kind of the transactions in the systematically format, this is known as what? It's your entry. Furniture account debit to cash account. Then I record this transaction in the systematically format using the accountancy rules. This is known as the entry. इसे हम लोग क्या कहेंगे? Entry. Okay, then now understand what is the narration. What is the narration? Narration is the brief explanation of the entry. Means you pass the entry furniture account debit to cash, so you have to briefly explain. You have to explain what is the narration. Okay, you have to explain properly the explanation of this entry. So how you can record? So narration is, you have to always record in the bracket. Then your narration always start with the word being, and we have to write down the brief explanation. So what is the explanation? Being purchased furniture, being purchased furniture of rupees 10,000. Being purchased furniture of rupees 10,000. So this is the brief explanation of your entry. It's known as your narration. Okay, समझ रहा है मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? फिर से रिपीट करता हूँ. What is the transaction? Purchased furniture of rupees 10,000. Actually, I purchased the furniture of rupees 10,000. Means what happens? Furniture of rupees 10,000 comes into my business, and cash of rupees 10,000 goes out from the business. Okay. So now what is the second situation? Now I have to record this transaction in my books of accounts in a systematically manner. That's why I record this transaction furniture account debit to cash account. Okay. This is a language. This is a method in which we have to record the transactions in the accountancy. Okay. So when we record that transaction into the systematically manner, this is known as your entry. Okay, and what is the narration? Narration is just the brief explanation of your entry. Why you pass this entry of that explanation is known as the narration. So what is the narration? Being purchased the furniture of rupees 10,000. Okay, so this is the explanation which is known as the narration of your entry. Okay, so now we go with the next concept, and that's the goods. That's the goods. Okay, goods are a common thing, and all of you familiar with this concept goods. So what is the goods? Goods means any kind of the articles. Good means what? Any kind of the commodities or any kind of the things which is in which trader deals is known as the goods. Okay, what is the goods? Goods is any kind of the commodities. It is any kind of the article, or it is any kind of the thing in which trader deals. It is known as the goods, and basically goods are produced by the manufacturer to earn the profit. Okay, understand? Goods are basically manufactured by the various business organizations to earn the profit. Goods क्या होता है? Goods कोई भी तरह की चीज होती है जो हम लोग प्रोड्यूस करते हैं. ओके, सो जो मैन्युफैक्चरर है वो गुड्स किस लिए प्रोड्यूस करते हैं? सो डेफिनेटली वो गुड्स इसलिए प्रोड्यूस करते हैं कि उन्हें क्या मिलना चाहिए? प्रॉफिट वो अर्न करे. मींस फॉर एग्जांपल व्हाट हैपेंस into the our day-to-day business active life. Okay, suppose if one kind of the goods produced by the manufacturer, okay, and the total cost occurred to produce that goods rupees 100. Okay, means the manufacturer produced the goods for that ये having the expenses of rupees 100. मुझे उससे ये जो goods है वो goods produce करने के लिए कितने उसे expenses आए, तो उसका cost बना 100 rupees. ओके, सो 100 रुपीज बनने के बाद वो क्या करेगा? उस पे कोई ना कोई तो प्रॉफिट अर्न करेगा. ओके, मतलब अगर वो प्रॉफिट अर्न कर रहा है 20%, if he earn the profit of 20%, so how much is 20% of rupees 100? So rupees 20 is the 20% of your 100. So he sold, means the selling price is rupees 120 in the market. ओके, फिर से समझ लीजिए गुड्स क्या होते हैं. व्हाट इज द गुड्स? गुड्स इज द एनी काइंड ऑफ द कमोडिटी. इट इज एनी काइंड ऑफ द आर्टिकल और एनी काइंड ऑफ द थिंग प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय मैन्युफैक्चरर टू अर्न द प्रॉफिट. समझ रहे हैं? गुड्स हम लोग क्यों जनरेट करते हैं? हम क्यों बनाते हैं? कि हमें प्रॉफिट मिलना चाहिए. उसका एग्जांपल में मैंने दिया कि कोई भी गुड्स प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए कितना टोटल कॉस्ट आया? कॉस्ट मींस खर्चा. सो 100 रुपीस उसे कॉस्ट आया, तो उसमें वो क्या करेगा? 20% जो है प्रॉफिट उसने अर्न किया. तो हाउ मच 20% of your 100 is rupees 20. So selling price कितनी बनेगी? 120. समझ रहे हैं? मतलब हम लोग अगर गुड्स प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं, so definitely we try to earn the profit. हम लोग सोशल वर्क नहीं कर रहे. समझ रहे हैं? हम लोग बिजनेस कर रहे हैं. It's not a social work कि 100 रुपीस की चीज 100 रुपीस में बेचूंगा. ऐसे बिजनेस में नहीं होता है. Okay, what is the basic aim of our business? To earn the profit. We have to earn the profit. Okay, that's why goods are generally manufactured to earn the profit. Okay, and what is the goods? Goods are those things in which traders always use. So now take one example. What is the actual goods? Okay. So if we taking the example of electronic shop. So with the point of view, electronic shopkeeper, TV. Okay. Then your AC. Then your fridge, refrigerator, cooler, all any kind of thing are the goods for your electronic shop. समझ रहे हैं? टीवी रहेगा, एसी रहेगा. अगर आप इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में दुकान में जाएंगे तो ढेर सारी चीजें आपको दिखेगी. इट कैन बी टीवी, एसी रहेगा, सेल फोन्स रहेंगे. वो सब चीजें जो है वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक शॉपकीपर के लिए क्या है? उसके लिए इलेक्ट्रॉनिक शॉपकीपर्स के लिए हो गया है गुड्स होते हैं. ओके. देन सपोज योर शूज, देन योर सैंडल्स. ये जो सब चीजें है ये किसके लिए गुड्स हुए? तो आप जो फुटवेयर की शॉप में जाते हैं, ओके, फुटवेयर की शॉप में जाएंगे तो जो शूज रहेंगे, जो सैंडल्स रहेंगे, ऑल दिस थिंग्स आर व्हाट? द गुड्स फॉर दैट फुटवेयर शॉपकीपर. समझ रहे हैं? अगर आप मेडिकल में जाएंगे तो जो केमिस्ट रहेंगे, जो उसके मेडिसिन रहेंगे, आर द गुड्स फॉर दैट केमिस्ट. Okay, so understand what is the goods. So what is the goods? Goods are the commodities, are articles in which trader deals, and basically goods are produced to earn the profit. Okay, so TV, AC are the examples of the goods for your electronic shopkeeper. Then shoes, sandals are the examples of the goods for your footwear shopkeeper. Your medicines are the examples of the goods for your chemist. Okay, so these are the various examples of these goods. Okay, so now we start with the next concept, and that's the capital. The next very important concept of our accountancy, and that's the capital. So now what is the capital? Capital means what? The capital means the total amount invested by the owner to run the business activity is known as the capital. Capital is a very important and basic thing when we start the business. बिजनेस स्टार्ट करने के लिए हम लोग जो पैसा उसमें इन्वेस्ट करते हैं उसे हम लोग क्या कहते हैं? कैपिटल. ओके. एंड विदाउट द कैपिटल वी कैन नॉट स्टार्ट एनी काइंड ऑफ द बिजनेस. इफ यू वांट टू स्टार्ट द बिजनेस, सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल व्हाट इज द बेसिक थिंग? यू हैव टू इन्वेस्टेड सर्टेन अमाउंट एज अ कैपिटल इन योर बिजनेस, देन ओनली यू कैन स्टार्ट योर बिजनेस एक्टिविटीज. समझ रहे हैं? जब तक आप लोग कोई भी पैसा इन्वेस्ट नहीं करोगे तो आप बिजनेस स्टार्ट ही नहीं कर सकते. समझ रहे हैं? और बिजनेस रन करने के लिए हम जो पैसे इन्वेस्ट करते हैं उसे हम लोग क्या कहते हैं? कैपिटल. ओके. सो टेक वन सिंपल एग्जांपल. इफ आई थिंकिंग अबाउट आई वांट टू स्टार्ट द बिजनेस, सो व्हाट इज द बेसिक थिंग? इफ आई थिंकिंग अबाउट स्टार्ट स्मॉल बिजनेस, देन व्हाट इज द बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट? आई रिक्वायर फर्नीचर. Okay, this is the basic thing. I require table, chairs. Okay, then what is the next basic thing? I require a room. ओके. एक छोटा सा रूम चाहिए जिसमें हम लोग क्या करेंगे? बिजनेस स्टार्ट करके, और रेंट पे रहो या खुद का रहो, लेकिन हमें रूम की जो बेसिक चीज होती है वो लगेगी. इफ आई एम स्टार्ट थिंकिंग अबाउट स्टार्टिंग द बिजनेस, व्हाट इज द बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट? वन कंप्यूटर. ओके. मींस व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दैट? मैं क्या कहना चाह रहा हूं कि अगर हम लोग बिजनेस स्टार्ट करेंगे तो कोई ना कोई बेसिक चीजें लगेगी. ओके. अगर मैं बिजनेस स्टार्ट कर रहा हूं, छोटा सा ऑफिस में स्टार्ट करूंगा, देन व्हाट इज द रिक्वायरमेंट? आई रिक्वायर द फर्नीचर. I want one table, the chairs. Okay. Then what is the? I want one particular room. When I start the business, I want the computer to record all this day-to-day business activities. ये सब चीजें तो लगेगी ना. लेकिन एक फर्नीचर है, रूम है, जो कंप्यूटर है, किधर से आएगा? उसके लिए हमें क्या चाहिए? पैसे चाहिए ना. तो पैसे हम लोग इन्वेस्ट ही नहीं करेंगे. अगर फर्नीचर ही नहीं रहेगा, रूम ही नहीं रहेगा, कंप्यूटर ही नहीं रहेगा, तो हम लोग बिजनेस स्टार्ट कैसे करेंगे? ओके. सो व्हेन वी थिंकिंग अबाउट to start any kind of this small business, we require some amount, okay, to make such kind of the start, and that amount which is invested by the owner to run the business activities or to start the business activities, it's known as the capital. Okay, we are having also one equation or the formula by which we can understand the capital. So what is the formula for capital? So therefore capital is equal to assets minus liabilities. Okay, what is the formula for capital? Capital is equal to assets minus liabilities. So understand what is the basic difference between the assets and the liabilities. What is the asset? Assets are the property of the business. Okay, what is the meaning of the assets? Assets are the properties of the business, liabilities? Liabilities means the amount which your business organization has to pay to the third parties. समझ रहे हैं? Assets मतलब क्या होता है कि हमारे बिजनेस की जो जो प्रॉपर्टीज होते हैं उसे हम लोग क्या कहेंगे? Assets कहेंगे. And what is the liabilities? Liabilities means the amount which we have to pay to another parties. जो दूसरे लोगों को हमें जो पैसे है वो पैसे जो देने रहेंगे उसे हम लोग क्या कहेंगे? Liabilities. Then what is the capital? The difference between the assets and the liabilities is known as your capital. Okay, so take one example. If I started the business and I am having the one machinery of rupees 50,000. Okay, definitely machinery is our property. We definitely going to use that machinery to produce certain things. I am also having the furniture of rupees 30,000. Suppose I am also having one computer of rupees 20,000. Then I am also having the cash in hand of rupees 20,000. Then how much my total property? 50 plus 30,000, 80,000. 80,000 plus 20,000 is rupees 1 lakh. 1 lakh plus 20,000 means rupees 1,20,000 is the total amount of my assets. Okay, and now thinking about the liabilities. Okay, when we run the business, we cannot think like that. Just we can run the business on the cash basis. जब हम लोग बिजनेस स्टार्ट करते तो हम लोग ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते कि सिर्फ मैं कैश में ही डील करूंगा. कैश एंड द क्रेडिट बोथ आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ आवर बिजनेस. हमें कैश में भी ट्रांजैक्शंस करने पड़ेंगे और क्रेडिट में भी ट्रांजैक्शंस करने पड़ेंगे. सो सपोज देयर इज वन पर्सन है मिस्टर ए. ओके, so there is one person Mr. A from whom we purchase the raw material on credit of rupees 20,000. समझ रहे हैं? मतलब मिस्टर ए है जो पर्सन की जिसने हमने क्या किया? रॉ मटेरियल. व्हाट इज द रॉ मटेरियल? द बेसिक थिंग्स वी रिक्वायर्ड टू प्रोड्यूस द प्रोडक्ट्स. ओके, सो क्रेडिट पे 20,000 रुपीस हमने लिए. सो व्हाट वी हैव टू पे दैट 20,000 रुपीस टू मिस्टर ए इन द फ्यूचर डेट्स. सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस इज अ लायबिलिटी. देन बैंक लोन. Suppose bank loan of rupees 30,000. Okay, so in the future date you have to pay that amount of bank loan rupees 30,000 to the bank. So what is the situation? The total amount of your assets is rupees 1,20,000 and the total amount of your liability is rupees 30,000 plus 20,000 means how many rupees? 50,000. Okay, so 1,20,000 is the amount of your capital and 50,000 is the amount of your liability. So you can easily apply all these figures in your formula. So what is the formula of your capital? Capital is equal to assets minus liability. Okay, so as per this example, how much the amount of my assets? So assets of rupees 1,20,000 and liabilities of rupees 50,000. Okay, how much the value of my assets is rupees 1,20,000 and liabilities of rupees 50,000. So 1,20,000 minus 50,000. So how much? Rupees 70,000. So this is rupees 70,000 is the amount of my capital. We can also find out the amount of capital with the formula. So what is the formula? Capital is equal to assets minus liabilities. So now we learn the next accounting concept and that's the drawings. Okay, what is the next concept? Drawings. So what is the meaning of drawings? If the proprietor, who is the proprietor? Proprietor means the owner of your business. Okay, the person who invested the amount as a capital in your business is known as your proprietor. Okay, if the proprietor withdraw any kind of the thing from the business for his personal use, so such kind of the things are known as the drawings. Okay, what is the drawings? If the proprietor withdraw any kind of the thing from the business for his personal use, so such kind of the things comes under the category of the drawings. Okay, suppose the proprietor paid, take one example, if the proprietor paid his son's fees of rupees 10,000 from business, so such kind of the transactions comes under the category of drawings. Okay, what is the drawings? क्या मैंने बताया drawings क्या होता है? अगर proprietor business में से कोई भी चीज वो चाहे वो पैसा रहे, चाहे वो फर्नीचर रहे, जो अगर वो पर्सनली यूज करेगा तो उसे हम लोग क्या कहेंगे, ड्राइंग्स करेंगे. सो नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस इन दिस एग्जांपल, पेड सन्स फीस रुपीस 10,000. ओके, प्रोप्राइटर ने क्या किया, जो उसका लड़का था, जो उसका सन था, उसकी फीस कितने रुपीस, 10,000 रुपीस किस में से पे की, सो बिजनेस में से पे की, तो उसे हम लोग क्या कहेंगे, ड्राइंग्स. ओके, देन टेक वन अनदर एग्जांपल. If your proprietor used the furniture of your business for his personal purpose, so it also comes under the category of drawings. जो furnitures थे अपने chairs purchase किए थे. Suppose you actually purchased 50 chairs. What you actually purchased? 50 chairs for your business. Okay, business के लिए हमने 50 chairs अगर purchase किए, so out of that 50 chairs, the 20 chairs, okay, out of the 50 chairs क्या हुआ, 20 chairs he used at his home. Okay, मतलब proprietor ने क्या किया, totally 50 chairs purchase किए और out of 50 chairs जो 20 chairs बचे और 20 chairs उन्होंने क्या किया, उसके home में यूज कर रहे, उसके घर पे यूज कर रहे, और बचे हुए जो 30 chairs है वो 30 chairs क्या कर रहे हो, ऑफिस में यूज कर रहे हैं. समझ रहे, what is the situation? Total he purchased 50 chairs. Out of 50 chairs, 20 chairs he used for his personal use. He used that chairs in his house, and 30 chairs he used in the office. Means what? This 20 chairs he used for his personal purpose. So it also comes under the category of drawings. Okay, समझ रहे हैं ड्राइंग्स क्या होती है. अगर प्रोप्राइटर बिजनेस में से कोई भी चीज, चाहे वो पैसे हो, वो फर्नीचर हो, XYZ कोई भी चीज हो, अगर वो पर्सनली यूज करेगा तो उसे हम लोग क्या कहेंगे, ड्राइंग्स. सपोज जो प्रोप्राइटर है, ओके, और ट्रिप पे जा रहा है, उसने खुद की कार निकाली, कार गया, पेट्रोल पंप पे गया और पेट्रोल जो था उसमें उसने 5,000 रुपीस का फिल किया. कितने रुपीस का पेट्रोल फिल किया, he filled the petrol of rupees 5,000, but रुपीस 5,000 he paid from the business. जो बिजनेस का एटीएम कार्ड है, जो उसका बिजनेस है, वो बिजनेस के पैसे में से 5,000 रुपीस का पेट्रोल भी अगर उसके व्हीकल में उभर रहा है, so it's also comes under the category of drawings. समझ रहे हैं? It's a very simple concept. If the proprietor use any kind of the things, it in the form of cash, or it is in the form of asset, or it is in the form of any kind, if he use for his personal purpose, it comes under the category of the drawings. So now we continue with the next accounting concept, and that's the debtor. The next accounting concept, and that's the debtor. As I said earlier, when we start the business, we cannot think like this. I can make all the transactions only in the cash format. अगर मैं बिजनेस स्टार्ट करता हूं तो मैं ऐसे कभी भी बोल नहीं सकता कि सब ट्रांजैक्शन मैं कैश में ही करूंगा. ओके, सो दैट्स व्हाई कैश एंड द क्रेडिट आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ योर बिजनेस. अगर हम लोग बिजनेस रन कर रहे हैं तो डेफिनेटली हमें कुछ ट्रांजैक्शंस कैश में होंगे और हमें ट्रांजैक्शंस क्रेडिट पे भी करने ही पड़ेंगे. ओके, सो नाउ अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द कांसेप्ट ऑफ डेटर. ओके, so who is the debtor? Debtor is a person to whom we sold goods on credit, so he is known as the debtor. Okay, who is the debtor? Debtor is the person to whom we sold goods on credit. जिसे हम लोग क्या कहेंगे, गुड्स जो है गुड्स क्रेडिट पे सोल्ड करेंगे तो उसे हम लोग क्या कहेंगे, debtor. समझ रहे हैं? It's a very simple concept. Who is the debtor? Debtor is the person to whom we sold goods on credit, so he is known as the debtor. So take one example. Suppose sold goods of rupees, sold goods of rupees 5,000 to, sold goods of rupees 5,000 to Kiran on credit. Okay, what's the transaction? Sold goods of rupees 5,000 to Kiran on credit. Actually, I sold goods of rupees 5,000 to Kiran on credit. Okay, means what? Actually 5,000 rupees के goods तो गए, लेकिन किस फॉर्मेट में गए? It goes in the form of credit. Means what? किरण ने मुझसे 5,000 रुपीस के गुड्स मैंने उसे बेच दिए, लेकिन 5,000 रुपीस किरण से मुझे अभी भी नहीं आए हैं. वो मुझे कब मिलेंगे? आने वाले फ्यूचर डेट पे. Means what happens? Kiran is the person to whom I sold goods on credit. So now who? Kiran is my debtor. समझ रहे हैं? The person to whom we sold goods on credit is known as the debtor. And what is the example? Sold goods of rupees 50,000 to Kiran on credit. मैंने क्या किया? किरण को 5,000 रुपीस के गुड्स थे वो क्या किए? क्रेडिट पे सोल्ड किए. मतलब Kiran has to pay that rupees 5,000 to me in future dates. So that's why Kiran is my debtor. Okay, it's a very simple concept. So now we continue with the next concept. And that's the creditor. Okay, the next concept, that's the creditor. Okay, so who is the debtor? Debtor is the person to whom we sold goods on credit. So now understand who is the creditor. So the creditor is the person from whom we purchase goods on credit is known as your creditor. समझ रहे हैं? Who is the creditor? Creditor is the person from whom we purchase goods on credit is known as the creditor. जिस पर्सन से हम गुड्स क्रेडिट पे परचेस करते हैं उसे हम लोग क्या कहते हैं? क्रेडिटर. समझ रहे हैं? मतलब डेटर क्या होता है? डेटर इज द पर्सन टू whom we sold goods on creditor on the credit. And who is the creditor? Creditor is the person from whom we purchase goods on credit. Take one example, then you can understand who is the creditor. So, what is the example? Purchased goods of rupees. Purchased goods of rupees 10,000. Purchased goods of rupees 10,000 from Amit on credit. What is the example? Purchase goods of rupees 10,000 from Amit on credit. Okay. So क्या हुआ? मैंने क्या किया? अमित से 10,000 रुपीस के गुड्स थे वो क्या किया? परचेस किए. लेकिन on which basis? I purchased that goods on credit basis. Means what? I purchased goods of rupees 10,000 from Amit on credit. So what is the role of creditor? Who is the creditor? Creditor is the person from whom we purchase goods on credit is known as the creditor. So in this example, who is the creditor? Amit is my creditor. Okay. So now we continue with the one example. We can easily understand who is the debtor and who is the creditor. Okay. So now we continue with one example. Then you can understand what is the debtor and who is the creditor. So what is the example? Ajay sold. Okay, Ajay sold goods of rupees 50,000. Ajay sold goods of rupees 50,000 on credit. Okay, Ajay sold goods of rupees 50,000 on credit to Vijay. Okay, what is the example? Ajay sold goods of rupees 50,000 on credit to Vijay. क्या हुआ इस एग्जांपल में? अजय ने क्या किया? जो गुड्स थे कितने रुपीस के? 50,000 रुपीस के गुड्स सोल्ड किए. किसे सोल्ड किए? विजय को. और कैसे सोल्ड किए? ऑन credit basis. Okay, he sold goods on which basis? So he actually sold goods on the credit basis. Okay, so understand who is the debtor and who is the creditor. Okay, so who is the debtor? So debtor is the person to whom we sold goods on credit. Okay, and who is the creditor? Creditor is the person from whom we purchase goods on credit. So now first we thinking about with the point of view of Ajay. Okay, so thinking with the point of view of Ajay. So now what happened? Ajay sold goods of rupees 50,000 on credit. Means what? Ajay sold goods of rupees 50,000 on credit to Vijay. Okay, means what? Vijay actually purchased goods on credit from Ajay. That's the transaction. Ajay sold goods on credit to Vijay and Vijay purchased goods on credit from the Ajay. Okay, so now with the point of view of Ajay, Vijay is Ajay's debtor. Why? Because what is the concept of debtor? Debtor is the person to whom we sold goods on credit. Means what? Ajay sold goods to Vijay on credit. That's why Vijay is the debtor of Ajay. Okay, and now consider same example with the point of view of Vijay. Okay, so now Ajay is the creditor with the point of view of Vijay. How? What is the concept of Creditor is the person from whom we purchase goods on credit. So Vijay purchased goods on credit from Ajay. That's why Ajay is the creditor of Vijay. Okay, समझ रहे हैं? Once again understand. Ajay sold goods on credit to the Vijay. That's why Vijay is debtor for the Ajay. And what happens? Vijay purchased goods on credit from Ajay. That's why now in this case Ajay is the creditor with the point of view of Vijay. So I hope you understand all this concept. So in the next lecture we continue with the another concepts. Thank you so much.